Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into something truly unique, and maybe a little crazy, from Lenovo. Are you ready to ditch your traditional laptop for a screen that's taller than your morning coffee? Lenovo's ThinkBook Flip is making waves, but the question is, are these waves of innovation, or just a ripple in the tech pond? We're talking about a laptop with a folding display that gives you an extra tall vertical screen. Is this the future of mobile productivity, or just a fancy gimmick destined for the tech graveyard? Stick around, because we're about to dissect this thing. Did you know that people who use vertical monitors report increased productivity by as much as 20%? But can a folding screen really deliver that same boost? Or will it come with a whole new set of headaches? Let's find out. Okay, so what exactly is the ThinkBook Flip? Imagine a laptop that can transform into a tablet or give you a massive, extra-tall vertical screen. Lenovo is calling it the ThinkBook, codename Flip, AI PC concept. Basically, it's a productivity and business laptop with a flexible display. You can use it as a regular 13.1-inch clamshell, fold it up into a 12.9-inch tablet, or flip the screen to get an 18.1-inch vertical screen. Think of it as a Swiss Army knife for your digital life. This isn't just about making things look cool. Lenovo is betting that this extra screen real estate can seriously boost your workflow. Think about coding, writing, or even just browsing the web, all with less scrolling. But is it practical? That's what we're here to explore. One of the key advantages here is that the Flip uses the same OLED panel as the ThinkBook Plus Gen 6, but it folds behind the main portion of the screen. This means no motors, which could bring the cost down. And unlike the Gen 6, none of the display is left unused inside the chassis. That gives the Flip an extra 0.4 inches of screen real estate. This is a big deal because it's about maximizing screen space without adding bulk or complexity. This design choice alone could make the Flip more appealing to users who want a sleek and efficient device. Let's talk about how you can actually use this thing. In its folded back mode, the Flip works like a normal 13-inch clamshell laptop. But here's where it gets interesting. You can use the rear-facing portion to mirror or extend your display. Imagine presenting to someone without needing an external monitor or projector. Pretty neat, right? But the real magic happens when you flip the screen up. Suddenly, you have 18.1 inches of glorious OLED display with a 2000 by 2664 resolution. This is where the extra tall screen really shines. Think about viewing long documents, coding, or browsing websites. The vertical screen lets you see more information at once, reducing the need for constant scrolling. Plus, it puts the webcam and top portion of the screen at a more comfortable eye level. No more neck strain. This is a huge selling point for anyone who spends hours staring at a screen. The key question is, does this extra vertical space truly translate to better productivity? Or is it just a novelty that wears off after a few days? We'll need to get our hands on one to really put it to the test. Now, let's move on to another unique feature, the Smart ForcePad trackpad. This isn't your average trackpad. It offers 3 color-coded layers of LED-illuminated touch shortcuts and media controls. You can transform the trackpad into a number pad, access shortcuts like the snipping tool or a mute button, or even use it as an app launcher. Think of it as a customizable control center right at your fingertips. Samuel Shong, a principal researcher at Lenovo Research, said that the company's dream setup would be to replace the touchpad with a smartphone display, but that would be too costly. The illuminated icons are a fair compromise. This shows that Lenovo is thinking outside the box and trying to find innovative ways to improve the user experience. But let's be honest, how often do you really use those extra trackpad features? Are they genuinely useful, or just adding unnecessary complexity? That's something to consider. I think for most users, the illuminated icons are enough to make the cut. Okay, let's talk about what's under the hood. While the Flip is still a concept, Lenovo has some estimated specs that sound promising. It'll use an Intel Ultra 7 processor, 32 GB of LPDDR5X RAM, PCI SSD storage, Thunderbolt 4 ports, and a fingerprint reader. These are solid specs that should provide plenty of power for most productivity tasks. The Intel Ultra 7 processor is designed for efficient performance, and 32 GB of RAM is more than enough for multitasking. The Thunderbolt 4 ports offer fast data transfer and the ability to connect to external displays and other devices. The fingerprint reader adds an extra layer of security. All of these features suggest that Lenovo is serious about making the Flip a high-performance machine. But remember, these are just estimated specs. The final product could be different. Still, it's a good sign that Lenovo is thinking about the internal components and not just the fancy screen. Now, for a dose of reality. The ThinkBook Flip that was demoed at Mobile World Congress was an early prototype. It felt fragile and a little rough around the edges. It wasn't as polished as the rollable ThinkBook Plus Gen 6 that was shown at CES. But another prototype that was presented already looked a little further along and less janky. This is typical for concept devices. They're not meant to be perfect. They're meant to showcase new ideas and technologies. The fact that Lenovo is continuing to refine the design is a good sign. It suggests that they're serious about bringing this product to market. But there's always a chance that it never goes beyond the prototype phase. The tech world is full of cool concepts that never see the light of day. So, don't get your hopes up too high just yet. However, since it's borrowing components from the ThinkBook Plus Gen 6, the odds may be in its favor. The Flip may make sense as an alternate offering if its lack of motors means it can be offered at a lower price than its rollable cousin. This is a crucial point. If Lenovo can offer the Flip at a competitive price, it could attract a lot of attention. People are always looking for innovative and affordable devices. If the Flip can deliver on both fronts, it could be a winner. Let's recap the potential benefits of the ThinkBook Flip. First, the extra-tall vertical screen could significantly boost productivity, especially for tasks like coding, writing, and browsing. Second, the smart ForcePad trackpad offers customizable shortcuts and media controls. Third, the internal specs are solid, with an Intel Ultra 7 processor, 32 GB of RAM, and Thunderbolt 4 ports. Fourth, the lack of motors could potentially lower the price compared to the rollable ThinkBook Plus Gen 6. These are all compelling reasons to be excited about the Flip. But there are also some potential drawbacks to consider. The prototype felt fragile and a little rough around the edges. The extra-tall screen might not be for everyone. And the smart ForcePad trackpad could be seen as gimmicky. Ultimately, whether the ThinkBook Flip is a success will depend on how well Lenovo can address these concerns. The key will be to balance innovation with practicality. The Flip needs to be more than just a cool concept. It needs to be a genuinely useful device that improves people's lives. I'm curious to hear what you guys think about all this. Do you think the ThinkBook Flip is a game changer or just another tech experiment? Let me know in the comments below. Now, let's bring in some expert analysis. According to a recent report by Gartner, the demand for foldable devices is expected to grow significantly over the next few years. However, the report also notes that price and durability are major concerns for consumers. This suggests that Lenovo will need to address these issues if they want the ThinkBook Flip to succeed. From a technical standpoint, the ThinkBook Flip presents some interesting challenges. The flexible display needs to be durable enough to withstand repeated folding and unfolding. The hinge mechanism needs to be reliable and long-lasting, and the software needs to be optimized for the extra-tall screen. Lenovo will need to overcome these challenges to create a product that is both innovative and practical. Also, the screen technology is based on organic light-emitting diodes, or OLED, reference. Burroughs, J.H., Bradley, D.D.C., Brown, A.R., Marks, R.N., McKay, K., Friend, R.H., and Jones, P.L., 1990. Light-emitting diodes based on conjugated polymers. Nature, 347, 6293, 539-541, asterisk. It provides good contrast, but is known for its degradation over time, leading to color shifts and reduced brightness, especially with prolonged use of static elements on the screen. Okay, let's talk about the controversy. Some people believe that the ThinkBook Flip is a brilliant idea that will revolutionize the laptop market. They argue that the extra-tall screen is a game-changer for productivity and that the smart ForcePad trackpad is a welcome addition. Others are more skeptical. They argue that the extra-tall screen is unnecessary and that the smart ForcePad trackpad is gimmicky. They also point out that the prototype felt fragile and that the price could be too high. So who's right? Well, the truth is probably somewhere in the middle. The ThinkBook Flip has the potential to be a great device, but it also has some significant challenges to overcome. Ultimately, whether it's a success will depend on how well Lenovo can execute the design and address the concerns of consumers. Let's consider the opposing viewpoints. The pro argument is that the vertical screen enhances multitasking and information consumption. The con argument is that most software and web content are designed for horizontal displays, leading to wasted space and awkward formatting. A verifiable way to test this would be to conduct user studies comparing productivity on the ThinkBook Flip with traditional laptops, measuring task completion times and user satisfaction. The results could provide valuable insights into the true benefits and drawbacks of this design. So what's the verdict? Is the Lenovo ThinkBook Flip a tall-screen laptop revolution or just a gimmick? Well, it's too early to say for sure. The Flip is still a concept device, and there are still some challenges to overcome. But it's also a very intriguing device with the potential to change the way we work and play. I Personally, I'm excited to see what Lenovo does with this concept. I think it has the potential to be a real game changer. But I also know that it could easily end up being just another tech experiment that fades into obscurity. Only time will tell. What do you think? Are you excited about the ThinkBook Flip? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more tech news and reviews. Thanks for watching.